Hello, welcome back to the channel. So this is one of my videos about Carronade 2025. Just happened this weekend in Falkirk. It's really fun, and I get to talk about the tables. So this one, I'm just going to talk through the tables and the pictures. In the other one, I'm going to talk about the event and some broader thoughts on war game shows. Um, the headlines is really good show, really well attended. Felt busy in last year. Yeah, uh, Kenny and the guys at, or Kenneth, guys at Falkirk, now put on a good show. They put on a good show. Anyway, the tables. So first one, took some photos of. I like to go around, take photos of the tables, chat to people. So this is also my memory aid as well. What a tanker! I don't know which group put this on. This was upstairs. There's basically two classrooms, a sports hall, a gym hall, and a corridor in between, and a wee annex this year. Um, think about what a tanker. There's never many models on a table, obviously with the tanks, but yeah, quite nice wee table. Next one, this. In fact, I took a picture of the Polo Tusk 1812. So nice big Napoleonic table there. And I think they were 15s. Could be wrong. Now this Warhammer Old World table was really nice. As you see, undead fighting definitely wood elves there. I've played a lot of Old World myself. Yeah, really nice table. This one here from Guruk Wargames, using Fireball Forward, World War II, 15 mil, and it's a Soviet assault on Russian prepared positions. I saw the player, the Soviets over lunch, and he's like, I've just thrown away a battalion in 3 turns. I think it went quite badly for the Russians, certainly badly for the Soviets, certainly in the early days. This was lovely table. Now, I took some pictures of this close up. Don't think they came out. Can't remember what rules it was, but it's like an underwater game, and they had like old-fashioned diving helmets and stuff on the miniatures. This was some sort of Stargrave, I want to say. Certainly using 40k minis. Talk about that in another video. Don't know who put that on. This was a lovely game. Alamo, done by some people from Cumbria. Don't know why I was chatting to the guy over lunch, who was involved in doing this. I don't know why. I lived in Carlisle for 3 years. Love Cumbria. Always end up chatting to Cumbrians. Brilliant, brilliant place. Brilliant people. Yeah, got me quite excited by the Alamo. If I was Warlord Games, I'd be doing an Alamo set. Sarissa, 50 mil. Alamo buildings. They do a couple of frames of Mexicans and Texans. Sorted. Yeah, inspiring stuff. Now, this one here, a very British Civil War. Now, there's same guys that did very British Civil War last year, and I think they have kind of a running um, theme going on, um, storyline. Now, this I was really interested in. Chat to the guys here down here, down in Ayrshire, and it was Nevermind Bill Hook's fantasy version. So you had a War of the Roses army defending this town, and you had sort of a frog and goblin army coming out the woods and attacking them. Really nice. I do my Nevermind Bill Hook army in this very similar sort of way with the bases sort of take out the casualty. Yeah, never mind the Bill Hooks. This was one of two samurai games. 28 mil. This was using the sort of pike and shot, black powder rules. They just got the new samurai supplement on the day. Really inspiring stuff. As you know, I've got a 28 mil samurai project, and this and the other game, which hopefully I did take photos of later on. Um, you, yeah, you'll see that later on. And what is this one? I think this was the big Yeah, the big sort of 54 mil figures. It was some sort of 7-year war game. Yeah, there's no 6 mil stuff, so or smaller than 15 mil stuff that I remember. So they there you go. So this is Glasgow District, I believe, and this is a battle in the Balkans. As my friend Rab, who's in the society says, we couldn't do a game with Balkan Dave without being set in the Balkans. I always love the look of especially Turkish armies. You're tempted by a 28 mil Turkish Napoleonic army, but see how that goes. Yeah, Perry website keep putting stuff in baskets, and there's a close up on some of those Turkish troops. Nimitz game. I know it's quite a popular set of rules. Doesn't really grab me, but what I do like is a wee campaign thing that goes alongside of it, and it's a relatively quick and easy play. This is from our friends at the Glasgow Phoenix Wargames Club, meet on a Monday night. So it's the Glasgow District, they meet every other Sunday. Glasgow Phoenix meet on a Monday night in Glasgow, and they're doing ambush at Ilithan, Lord of the Rings. So far as me, Rangers I see hiding, ambushing the Mumakils and Harad as they go through. What was this one then? Oh, English Civil War. Oh, should we say War of the Three Kingdoms, because we've got some Scots troops fighting in it. Uh, Again, 28 mil. I do like my pike and shot as well. English Civil War is something we're doing at the moment. This was Guild of Gaming, which is a new social enterprise set up down in Dumfries way. And they were showing off a game of 40k. So, yeah, if you're down in Dumfries and you're looking for somewhere to play, give them a shout. So, this is, want to say, Test of Resolve, War of the Roses. So, yeah, again, the three things I'm liking at the moment is War of the Roses, Samurai Games, and Three Kingdoms English Civil War. So I was not disappointed at this show. One side, actually, you can see here the table's kind of split down the middle. One side's traditional 28 mil figures, the other one's the War Fun figures. Now, I've been tempted by them just to throw some quite quick and simple armies on the table. Just don't know how postage is going to work from Europe at the moment, since our political masters just cannot get on. That was my political comment for the year, honest. This was a brilliant game, 28 mil Battle of Blenheim. I can't remember which club put this on, but it certainly looked spectacular. It's one of the villagers. You see the Blenheim's basically the villagers created like strongholds, and the battle raged around them and for them as well. This was a lovely one. I think it's Glasgow War, or I didn't get a chance to chat to them. I've not know anything about them, even though I live in Glasgow. Um, at first, from a distance, and you see why here, I thought it was a Stalingrad table. So you got like a giant factory structure, um, another what looked like a building, but actually it was a raid on Saint Nazaire, I want to say. And you had sort of commandos and canoes um, paddling up to the docks to do some damage. But yeah, lovely looking board. I didn't find out who this was. It's got like a 40k Necromunda game, and another one as well. Again, sci-fi. I kind of, I must admit, don't really get too involved with it. Gaslands. So Gaslands is quite popular at our club at the moment. So there's a couple of Gaslands boards. This one here, really impressive looking. Um, the guys that play Gaslands in the club were gushing over this table. I didn't look too much into it, but I really like the use of the Coke cans here as kind of a bit of terrain, and the thing in the middle lit up as well. This was a fantasy game, and I love fantasy when it can get a bit wild and weird. And as you can see here, you've got like an army of sort of plants and trees. Certainly, I've got 15 mil fantasy project. It's called my Sylvanian Alliance, and it is like it's trees, mushrooms, and stuff like that. So this was beautiful to look at. This was I think it's called the Arena in Falkirk. A couple of games of Spearhead going on there. Spearhead, in case you don't know, is a fast play Age of Sigmar game, and it plays in under an hour. It's really popular. This is the Glasgow Games Group G3 meet on a Tuesday night in Glasgow, play all sorts of games and board games. They've got this sort of racing game. They had another kind of participation area. And Crossfire from Carronade, which, you know what, seeing them grow from, they get like 60 people in a quiet night now. If you're into sort of games, especially sort of your fantasy 40k games as well, Carronade, that's a place to be. This here, I think Rob brought this up. I want to say it's something like the Guild of Lancaster Gaming, and it's looks like French Indian Wars. Um, Rob was always really busy kind of running games and talking to people, so I didn't really get a chance to talk to him about it. But I have seen some of the pictures of this on Facebook as well. I do have a slow bubbling French Indian War project, and I saw this and I was like, oh, this is pushing me further to want to do something. Cowboys, what a cowboy! A nice wee scripture. We play a lot of cowboy games in the hub as well, so that was really good to see. I forget which club was this. Was this an Edinburgh-based club? World War One fighter aircraft. This is the second Samurai game. And again, what struck me was how nice they all look on their bases. Now I've got my Samurais planned on doing like War Roses on individual bases in movement trays. So I'll play it for um is there never mind the katanas coming out this year, I want to say. But yeah, it looks so good like this, and I was like, do I want to base my samurai project like this? It's not going to be based by War of the Roses, that's too far down the path, but actually could rebase my samurai and actually just put a place for like casualty markers or something on a bigger movement tray. This was a massive board. My photography skills couldn't do it justice. War of the Roses, and it was just brilliant. War of the Roses, same as Samurai. Actually, in terms of history, very similar history in terms of dynastic struggles, similar sort of periods in history with technology levels. Also looked amazing. That's sort of the van in the middle, and that must have been about a 20-foot table. It was, yeah, brilliant. And these, to close with, are our friends from Kilmarnock, the Grumpy Goblins, and they had two boards on. They had a Grasslands board, and they'd adapted What a Cowboy into what a post-apocalyptic setting is this? I can't remember exactly what they called it, but yeah, always nice to chat and catch up with these fellas as well. Next year, our club, hot news off the press, our club will be putting on a table. So we've provisioned got a 6x4 booked for probably as a game, Epic Battles ACW on a 6x4 board. Hopefully we'll get some good reps in, and we can maybe do one of those big mega boards. You've seen what we can do in my other videos. If you check out Destination, uh, the Leipzig event we're doing, check out that. But yeah, so yeah, delighted to be able to do that next year. Um, yeah, so there you go, Carinade 2025, great wee show. It knows what it's about. It does it really well. A really nice vibe. You know, it's closest to the west coast of Scotland, so there's no so many people. So I spend the day basically talking to folks, but that's okay by me. That's why I go. Um, and I look forward to whether I'm at the table or not. But I look forward to Falkirk Carronade 2026. Right, that's enough of me talking about the tables. I'll chat to you in another video. That's bye for now. Bye bye.